You know, Apple really has been part of my life. I had a software company for several years called After Hours Software, which specialized in Macintosh software. Probably more important than that, I actually met my wife at Apple. She was an employee at Apple as well. We've been married for 6 years, and she's due with my second daughter in about 2 weeks. So I'd like to give my wife a hand for letting me come to this show. The other reason I'm excited today, well, one reason, I saw Sinbad in the audience, and that's exciting for me right there. Hi, Sinbad. How you doing? All right. So that was exciting. I'm doing a demo for Sinbad. That's pretty cool. What's that? Okay, we'll talk later, Sinbad. My people will call your people. I have some people they'll call you. We'll do a breakfast. Gregory Hines, we're doing a musical. It's going to be funny. We'll have Hines and Sinbad. It's going to be great. So, the other reason I'm excited today is we are announcing today the launch of Disney Blast for Macintosh. It is available today as a beta for free to anybody who wants to go to it. It's available at www.disneyblast.com. If you want to get straight to the Mac sign-up, you just do a /Mac at the end of that. And it's something we've been working really hard on, especially in the last several months. We've had a lot of great help from Steve and his team to bring what we've wanted to bring in terms of a great internet experience for kids to the Macintosh. Just talk about Disney Blast for a second, and then I'll go into a demo. Disney Blast is really, in our opinion, the definitive online service for kids. It not only has great online content, but it's a great community experience for children and their parents and friends. We have great parental control software included, so parents can control who the kid is communicating with and not communicating with. And probably most importantly, we feel like we're really taking advantage of the internet by having kids participate not just in looking at the content, but creating the content and being involved in directing the content. So with that, I'm going to turn around and do the demo myself. It's a union thing. I'm not allowed to have any help. And I was going to start my demo with a big file copy, but I'm going to skip that part. So hopefully I look good from the backside. I haven't been working out quite as much as I used to. But so this is Disney Blast, and one of the nice things about Disney Blast is it changes literally every day. We have different live events with characters and chats with kids every single day. And Disney, as I'm sure you all know, has a big focus right now on Mulan. So there's a lot of Mulan content on the site right now. We have another movie coming out, the Bugs Life movie. In a few months, there'll be a lot of that content on. And Blast itself, and I think we're missing sound. So if somebody, there we go. Blast itself is broken into a variety of different areas. We have comics, games, Scoop, which is actually made up of a lot of kid reporters who contribute. We have a special section this month with Mulan, Blast Junior, which is educational for young kids, and then Studio Blast with effectively online print kits and activities. And I want you guys to keep in mind as I go into some of this content, this is using IE, and I think this is where I'm supposed to say, IE is my browser of choice. Did I do that right? Was that good? All right. And this is all in the browser. So what you're about to see is a lot of really rich multimedia content that we spent a lot of time creating that's in the browser using the standard types of plugins that you're familiar with. We use Flash and Shockwave Director a lot. We use some Java. And this is an example of a Mulan comic that Junior, the Disney Blast product overall, is meant for 3 to 12-year-olds, which is really the core Disney audience. And there's some sound instructions on this one. So this one is effectively like that game, if you guys remember from a long time ago, Simon, where there's a pattern that you have to recognize. So you click play.
Follow Goofy, he'll show you the way.
So Goofy's going to show you the way. So first I got to click on the drum, and I click on the drum. Goofy gives me the big, all right, you got it. And then he's got the drum and the cymbals, and if I mess it up and get the tuba, no, and they'll repeat the instructions. So the point here is in the Blast Junior area, which is aimed at the 3 to 5-year-olds, we do have entertainment, but it's much more focused on early learning. And that's an example of something we have in there. The events calendar is really important for showing the live events nature of what we do. Every Friday we have chats with characters. So here's a chat with Rabbit from Pooh. Yesterday we had a Nintendo chat. chat with your D-pals, which are your friends. We have a multiplayer game starting this week where you can go and play trivia against lots of different people. And the last thing I'm going to show you is something called Studio Blast. And there's a couple different things in here. One is we offer different print studios. So an example of a print studio would be Lion King Print Studio with coloring pages, wallpaper, calendars, greeting cards. If you wanted to make a calendar online, you simply choose the character you want. You can choose any month that you want, and you create the calendar and you can print these out. One of the great things about Blast and the online mechanism that we have is every couple weeks you get a new print studio. So we just released the Mulan one now. There'll be another one coming out in a few weeks, and you get great stuff here. The other thing people ask us is, well, if I go to Blast, am I just going to get Disney stuff? I'm showing you a lot of Disney stuff, but part of what we're striving to do is have Disney traditionally branded stuff, but also reach out a little bit. And with that, we have a section called D-Toys, and I'm going to end by showing you one of my favorite D-Toys, which was actually inspired by my mother. It's called Fridge of Horrors. My father always used to say, "You're going to kill us one day." I don't even know what that was at one point in its life. So for those of you who have parents who have refrigerators that they don't clean out, you'll know what this is. But the concept here is a D-Toy, and it's just something to play with. It's kind of like a game, but there's no real scoring involved. And it speaks for itself, really. The instructions are click the food, so those are fairly self-explanatory. And there's various food that you can choose to put in the refrigerator. So I'm going to start with a pizza. And you take the pizza, and you think, I might be eating the pizza in a couple of days or an hour, so you put it in the refrigerator. But then time goes by. So, and the little pepperoni does that thing from The Fly, that "help me," so you guys missed that. And somebody made me promise to show the milk, so I'll show the milk as well. And there's a new D-Toy every couple weeks as well. So that's a quick overview of Disney Blast. Again, it's available today as part of the free public beta, disneyblast.com/Mac. I would personally like to thank Steve and the people at Apple. They've been tremendously helpful for us and to us in the last 6 months in some of the technical things that we needed to do to make this happen. And thanks for the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you, Richard. This is great, isn't it? If you've got young kids like I do, I think they're going to be very successful with this. So, 63 days, 177 applications. And I think this has startled even us. If we can keep going at anywhere near this rate, we're going to be doing great. So, I've got a video on applications that I'd like to show you. It's about 3 minutes long. Is that okay? Some of the developers talking about this. So let's go ahead and roll that.
Apple hasn't pursued the consumer market effectively in at least 2 years. Now they are.
A whole new constituency is coming into the market, and it's crucial that Apple have an offering for that new market because it's the fastest growing segment.
And it's the home really where the installed base is growing so fast as computer penetration goes up in the United States and across the world.
The consumer market is critically important to Disney, where Disney focuses on the family and children market.
And creativity is the fastest consumer software category in the market today. And that's why we feel so excited about our relationship with Apple, because Mattel really cares about creativity, and it's a great partnership.
With the renewed enthusiasm that Apple has for the iMac and the consumer market, we're really on board big time with Apple.
For most consumers, the primary thing is going to be that whole price-performance issue, that they really want a machine that performs well, but they don't want to have to pay an arm and a leg for it.
The great thing about the iMac is just the sheer sort of piratical daring-do about saying, well, we're going to do an entry-level machine, but just for the hell of it, it's going to be more powerful than the top, highest-level machine produced by the opposition.
I think it's very young, I think it's very contemporary, I think it's very hip.
The internet integration that the iMac has is probably one of the most compelling things about the iMac product for us at Encyclopedia Britannica, because increasingly our services and applications are going to be delivered online.
The design is terrific.